football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans.
Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Looking deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You could tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
He's got an open man. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Sparty. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just turning it on. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Never had it. Get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Off play action on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. To the air, it's Childs. Pulls it in, it's Kelly. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass and it never had a chance. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Trying to make magic on the scramble.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Wants to throw. It's Kane. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Rutherford. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs.
Going for it all. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
Look to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. How about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big fourth down conversion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
Man, no doubt. He can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
They want to go for back-to-back scores. They're lining up for the onside kick. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's McCray. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He's moving out of the pocket. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Back to pass, it's King. Bought a little time, lets it go. He can't make the connection, it'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 40, there he goes! And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And listen, on 3rd and 1, I'm bringing so many bodies near the line of scrimmage thinking you're going to run the football. But guess what? Now when I got all those bodies near the line of scrimmage, they're already there. I'm blitzing. I'm bringing pressure. I'm getting you on the ground.
Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. The lone back's got it. Heading to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure. Much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the Yellow Jackets will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that. And they fake it. The holder looking for a man. And they'll bring him down for the sack. And they swarm him under. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
14, Georgia Tech, 13.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Ineligible receive, downfield,
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Childs. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Here's the pressure. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wants to go up top on first down. Slithers into space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. It's first down from the 11. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. The throw. Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page. Second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets a block. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just guys did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Makes the grab. Nice move to pick up yardage. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Spartans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I love when my wide receiver sees the coverage, sits it down, understands its zone, runs the curl, catches the ball, and then gets upfield and gets some positive yards.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Spartans! A great catch and run for 6. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's King. Now improvising. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Rivers. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Setting up the screen. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
The sure hands, it's Haynes. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Might be calling a hot route. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. They're working that left side. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always good.
And the ball slipped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one, and he wasn't able to do that.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. And here comes the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. Field goal is good. So that will go into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fielded in the end zone. It's McCray. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many...
He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got enough for the first down. Turns it on in midfield.
Come on, defense. You cannot let this offense run the dive play and hurt you like that. Up front, we got to do a better job staying in our gaps, and linebackers have got to be able to get off of blocks and make tackles.
They're going to ride this running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Childs. Trying to get behind the defense. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys? Now facing a 3rd and long. He leaves it with his back. Brought down at the 33-yard line as his defense gets a 3rd down stop. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Snap it to the back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Snagged out of the air. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On on fourth down, going to the air. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room, you sort of regroup, and you start...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
A strike downfield. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Makes the catch. It's Haynes. Turning on the Jets. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip in the secondary, make that big play.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks on the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Calls his own number. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This quarterback part of their running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Marsh to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice when you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone. Everybody on the defense gets jacked up.
Rush is on him. And he throws another interception. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Now on first down from the 43. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's King. Using his legs to buy some time. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Pushes ahead. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to try to run the football down here close to the end zone, just not able to punch it in on that last third down attempt. So now they've got fourth down at the 2-yard line.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been looking for a huge play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. And they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now. And they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's King. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally get...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the punishment has been extended. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's McCray. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you...
Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it on the outside. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sparty.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
And he puts through the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. On the move from inside his own 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Fires to the tight end. Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him.
Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's King. A little release to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haynes. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Pocket breaking down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Looking to pass. It's Childs. Got it in the middle. It's Kelly. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a shot. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know... is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. They'll run it. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.